Well, today is the day. It is Prado pickup day, and to say I'm excited is a huge understatement. I'm over the moon that it's ready, chafing at the bit to pick it up. It's been off the road for two and a half, probably closer to 3 months. The car's been off the road, but yeah, chafing at the bit to pick it up and get back behind the wheel of our car. You don't realise how much you rely on your car until you haven't got it. It's been pretty tough for Soch and I guess, borrowing a car, and luckily we could have access to a work ute. But yeah, it's just pretty tough when you don't have your own car, and we live out of that car, so it's pretty tough. But today is car pickup day, and it's worked out really well. Flew in last night around just before midnight. I landed, and got a hotel. Woke up this morning just before lunch to a call from Randy at Alpine Automotive, who is our engine fitter, our mechanic, I guess, who's gone above and beyond, bent over backwards for us, not just fit the engine, we'll pull the old one out and fit the new one, but he's done a lot of other things as well, small little bits that we didn't really know about on the car. It's just been a genuine top bloke. So get on out of here, get a taxi, get on out of here, get down to Alpine Automotive and pick up this car. I'm bloody excited. Well, here it is, the old girl. Looking a lot better than she did when we left her. So after a bloody good chat with Randy, he knows his stuff, he knows what he's talking about, as does Peter, D4D. We have got the keys, and we're gonna go for the first startup. Oh, that sounds miles better. As you can tell, with a smile on my face, but that's bloody awesome. That sounds 100 times better than it did. I'm bloody over the moon. And oh, there goes the car now. But I don't know if you can hear that. There's another one heading straight in now. And that's also another one with a blown engine. So a very, very common problem, and they certainly know their stuff here. Randy and Peter, D4D engines, they've been bloody awesome. Really helpful people, I can't thank them enough. Anyway, let's get on the road and go for a drive. Oh, it's got a bit of poke. It feels good. A lot pokier than it did before, but I mean, yeah, it feels a lot pokier than it did before. I just can't wipe the smile off my face here. This is bloody awesome to have the Prado back. Well, it feels a lot more responsive, a lot snappier, quicker off the line. It feels like a new engine, I guess. Yeah, can't wipe the smile off my face, but a huge thank you, and I guess a huge shout out as well to Peter from D4D Engines and Randy from Alpine Automotive. Peter being the engine builder and the first point of contact, which he's been bloody excellent the whole way through. The communication, really incredible, and it means a lot as well. As first time we contacted him, he was more worried about us, our caravan, and if we were, I guess, safe off the road, and where the caravan was going, if we could get it to where it was going, and more worried about us generally. Once he knew that we were sort of sorted, we were good, then he was worried about the car, which it does mean a lot. The little things like that really do mean a lot. And his communication skills, he's just been constantly sending messages, updates, little bits and pieces, and it's been bloody awesome. And Randy as well from Alpine Automotive, he's the mechanic, the engine fitter, or replacer and fitter. The communication of both of them have just been bloody top-notch. Photos, information, and he did have to keep the car for an extra couple of days just because he wanted to make sure that everything was actually spot on. I'm not going to complain with that one bit. I'd rather have the mechanic that's doing all the work have the car for as long as he needs to get everything perfect. So I'm bloody over the moon that Randy and Peter are both putting their names and faces to the engines. It's the engines that they're building, which is bloody awesome. The big question in the comments was, does Peter use the same style of piston or an upgraded piston? And from talking to Randy today, they are an upgraded piston that they use. It is a ceramic coated, I believe, or ceramic topped, can't remember. I think it's coated, ceramic coated piston, which is good news. It's good news for the engine. And another big thing in the comments on YouTube is everyone having their own opinion, which is fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion on what we should have done with the car, who we should have taken it to, that we've treated it wrong, things like that. 440,000 kilometers, 443,000 kilometers, I'm not complaining one bit. This car's been underwater, it's taken us everywhere, and it's towed pretty much over half its life. It's been bloody top notch. I guess the mechanic, I'm going to trust the mechanic who's building the engine and fitting the engine more than I'm going to trust someone I don't know online that's commenting what I need to do. Like I say, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but for me, I'd rather have the person that's fitting the engine or building the engine tell me what needs to be done and where I should go, sort of thing, with the engine. I think that's their bread and butter. That's what they do for a living. So I guess we'll get down to how much this all cost for a new or recon engine in the car. I'm only going to put the big numbers in, like the engine, the fitting of the engine, the towing. There was a lot of sort of other costs, hidden costs involved in that, like the Ubers, the hotels. I'm going to take them out or not include them, as we had this holiday back to the West Coast that we've just done already booked. So I think we would have probably paid around that in hotels, in other little fees like parking fees, things like that, if we did have the car. So I'm just going to keep it focused on the big numbers. So I guess we'll start with the full amount. The full amount for getting this done is $11,298. We'll round it up to $11,300. That's a big whack. It's like I say, lucky we were working, lucky we had a fair amount of savings saved up from the last couple of months of work that we did. Otherwise this would have been an even bigger whack and a huge hit to our travels. It's certainly a lot cheaper than the 18 grand that we were quoted for a new engine from Toyota. That's just, it's not possible. You can't do, I don't think you can do that with a car this old, with this amount of Ks. You're just not going to make your money back at all. That's certainly my opinion. Everyone's open to their own opinions. But $1,600 of that was for towing from Moree to Brisbane. Nothing we could do about that. I'd rather have someone that knows what they're doing, that knows Peter, the engine builder, do the engine swap. So that was, like I say, $1,600. Then comes down to the engine from Peter. In total, that was $6,798. We did get a new radiator with the engine as well, and a couple of little bits and pieces that were sort of noted as needed to be done. So from there, it was the engine fitting. That was $2,900, and that wasn't just the engine being pulled out and refit. There was a lot of I guess work that needed to be done. There's a couple of rusty bolts, there was a couple of broken fuel lines, coolant lines, things like that. Just a general cleanup of the engine bay. And bash plate as well. Apparently a lot of problems with the bash plate. And the EGR valve was completely blocked. EGR flow flap, completely blocked, not operating at all. So that was cleaned out and a lot of work was done there. So that was it. That's our total. $11,300 for a new engine, fitted, drive away. I can't complain with that compared to 18 grand from Toyota. And I'm getting upgraded pistons. I'm happy. Car's back on the road and we're going again. So everyone's probably got their own comments, opinions on all this, and that's, yeah, fair enough. Everyone's different. Everyone can do different things. Everyone will do different things. But this is the path that we took, and I'm happy with it. We're both happy with it. I'm even more happy now the car's back on the road. We're back going. We can sort of hook up the van and take off for it, do what we need to do now, which is bloody awesome. Any comments, questions, I guess, about the car, the channel, anything really, leave them below. I'll get to them. I can't thank you all enough for the support. We both can't thank you, even though Sophie isn't here, she's back in England. We both can't thank you all enough for all the support, all the different comments that we've read through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube here. It's just been bloody awesome. But yeah, thank you. And I guess enough about the car. Get down to Eat Street for some dinner before I head back to Moree tomorrow morning and give this car a good old test out with six and a bit hours of driving. But yeah. After almost 500 Ks, we are pretty much at home. At home being the caravan, back out in the farm in Mungandai here, but the car has gone perfect, absolutely faultless, can't complain at all. Doing 9.1 litres per 100, and if I can remember right, before it all happened without the caravan, I think we're getting it around 11 litres per 100, just under 11 litres, so that's even better, especially with these fuel prices skyrocketing again. But yeah, can't complain at all. It's been bloody great, this car, no hiccups, just perfect. Still can't wipe this little smile off my face, so yeah, just over the moon to be back in the car, back behind the wheel. Well, there it is, back in front of the caravan where it belongs, and I'm bloody over the moon. Got it back, it's back driving, back behind the wheel, but this is awesome. We can't hook up straight away. We've got to put another 500, 600 Ks on the engine to break it in before we can hook the van up. And I've still got another couple of weeks, near on a month of work out here, so I'm going to be staying for that. But I know it's been a couple of weeks between videos, but we're just trying to keep all these videos sorted together on the car. But that's going to do us, I think. Bloody over the moon, this car's back. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support as well. It's been bloody awesome. Been a bit of a tough time, but we got through it, definitely got through it. And we come out the other side with the Prado. So that's awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And hopefully without such a big gap between the videos as well. These are an upgraded pistons. These are upgraded pistons. Or these are an upgraded piston. Also on the, I don't like it. No.